Hello students. So today we only review our previously completed portions of solid state. So in solid state we just completed what is solid and their characteristics. Then types of solid, that is your crystalline solid, and second is amorphous solid. In crystalline solids there are four types of crystalline solids. One is ionic solid, second is molecular solid, third one is metallic solid, fourth one is molecular solid, and their characteristics with few examples. Then we just covered the unit cell. We define unit cell, space lattice or crystal lattice and lattice point. Then we cover different type of crystal system. So there are 7 types of crystal system, that is C stands for cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, rhombohedral, hexagonal, monoclinic and triclinic. In this 7 type of crystal system, we completed 6 parameter, or we distinct 6 parameter, that is their edge lengths A, B, C, and interfacial angles like alpha, beta and gamma. After that, we completed the types of unit cell, different types of unit cell. So there are 3 types of unit cell. One is your simple, second one is body centered, third one is face centered unit cell, another one is end centered unit cell, but which is not included in cubic crystal system. So in cubic crystal system we have 3 types of unit cell, that is your simple unit cell, body centered unit cell and face centered unit cell. In simple unit cell, the atoms are present at the 8 corners of a cube. In body centered unit cell, the atoms are present at the 8 corners as well as at the 8 corners as well as at the center of the body. Then in face center, the atoms are present at 8 corners as well as at the 6 faces, 6 different faces. So simple, body centered and face centered unit cell. Then in simple unit cell there are only 1 atom present in for each unit cell, and in body centered there are 2 atoms are present in each unit cell, and in face center there are 4 atoms are present in each unit cell. In simple, 1 atom is present, body center 2 atoms are present, and face centers 4 atoms are present at each unit cell. Then after that we completed that the depending upon these atoms present in each unit cell, we determine the formula of the compound. And then the relationship between nearest neighbor distance, which is termed as D, and radius R and edge length A of each unit cell, that is for simple, body centered and face centered unit cell. For simple we know D is equal to A, that is the nearest neighbor distance is equal to the edge length, and A is equal to R is equal to A by 2, which means A is equal to 2R. In body centered cubic unit cell, D is equal to, in body centered cubic unit cell, D is equal to root 3 by 2A, and in face centered cubic unit cell, D is equal to A by root 2. D is equal to A by root 2, and here R is equal to, in body centered, R is equal to root 3 by 4 upon A, and in face centered, R is equal to A by 2 root 2. So this we have to remember all these formulas and do the numericals depending upon this nearest neighbor distance, radius and edge length. Then we derive the density of each unit cell. So here the density is termed as rho, which is equal to Z into M upon NQ NA into AQ. Z into M by NA into AQ. So what is Z here? Z is the number of atoms per unit cell. So for simple, we have to put Z as 1. For BCC, Z is equal to 2, and for FCC, Z is equal to 4. So what is M here? M is the molecular mass of the atom or molecule. So M is the molecular mass, that is number of atoms, that means Avogadro's number of atoms, that is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms having weight M. And N is the, you all know, NA is the Avogadro's number. So A is the edge length of the unit cell. So we have to put the value Z, M, NA and AQ. Then find the density of each unit cell. Then we completed that our most important topic in solid state, that is your close packing in solids. Close packing in solids. So we completed the close packing in 1 dimension, in 2 dimension and in 3 dimension. So we know 1 dimensional close packing is not a better packing, but in 2D arrangement, in 2 dimensional arrangement, the packing is 2 types. One is your square close packing, and in 2 dimensions second type is hexagonal close packing, HCP, and square close packing termed as SCP. In square close packing, the packing efficiency is 52.4% and coordination number is 4. But in hexagonal close packing, the packing efficiency is 60.4% and coordination number is 6. In 2 dimensional arrangement, there are 2 types of packing. One is square close packing, second one is hexagonal close packing. In square close packing, the coordination number is 4, where in hexagonal close packing, the coordination number is 6. So what is coordination number? That is the atom which touches simultaneously the number of atoms. That is its coordination number. So coordination number in hexagonal close packing is 6, because one atom simultaneously touches 6 atoms, whereas in square close packing, one atom touches 4 atoms. So that is the coordination number is 4. In in which the packing efficiency is 52.4% and here is the packing efficiency is 60.4%. So between these two packings, the packing efficiency is more in hexagonal close packing, so it shows a better packing than square close packing. In three-dimensional close packing, generally solids, crystalline solids or solids show three-dimensional close packing. Which one is the better packing than two-dimensional? So in three-dimensional close packing, we arrange the second layer on the square close packing or above the hexagonal close packing. When we arrange the second layer on square close packing of two-dimensional arrangement, then square close packing on two-dimensional arrangement, we got a simple cubic unit cell. Simple cubic unit cell where the packing efficiency is just like your square close packing, that is your 52.4%, and the coordination number is 6 because here each atom simultaneously touches 6 of its nearer neighbors. So here the coordination number is 6 and packing efficiency is 52.4%. But in hexagonal close packing, but from hexagonal, this is from square close packing, and from hexagonal close packing in two-dimensional, there is a triangular void. In two-dimensional arrangement, a triangular void is formed and we have to cover that triangular void. So what is void here? So void is the empty space available between the spheres. If the spheres are there, then the voids are the empty space available in these spheres. So that is called as void. So we have to cover in hexagonal close packing, the triangular void is covered by the second layer in two different ways. So here two types of voids are formed. One is tetrahedral void, and second one is octahedral void. In hexagonal close packing, when arranging the second layer, two types of voids are formed, that is tetrahedral void and octahedral void. So tetrahedral, so we have to know what is tetrahedral void and what is octahedral void. So tetrahedral void, this is your two-dimensional hexagonal close packing, just like this. And when we put another atom just above these three atoms. So 1, 2, 3, that is your first layer arrangement is A type, and then the second layer, this arrangement is B type. So in between these these four atoms, a empty space is available, that is known as tetrahedral void. Understood? In the first layer, arrangement is A type, but in the second layer, the arrangement is B type. So it is your hexagonal close packing. So in hexagonal close packing, the empty space available in between these four spheres is known as tetrahedral void, because there is a regular tetrahedron shape is formed inside this four sphere. So this void is known as tetrahedral void. But octahedral void is, this is your hexagonal packing. These are three atoms which are in two-dimensional arrangement hexagonal close packing. Then in the upper layer we have to put this like 1, 2, 3. So a triangle is formed in the first layer, then another triangle is formed in the second layer, and both triangles having the apex in opposite direction, just like a star. And when we join these corners, we have a regular octahedron. So this is known as octahedral void, and this is known as tetrahedral void. A triangle is formed in the first layer, then we put a sphere above this a triangle. So if we join the centers of this four sphere, a tetrahedron shape is formed. So this is tetrahedral void, and a octahedral is formed here. So this is known as octahedral void. Then when we cover either the tetrahedral void or the octahedral void in the third layer. So in the second layer we got two type of void, one is tetrahedral and another is octahedral void. And when we cover the third layer, that is either tetrahedral void or octahedral void, when we cover the tetrahedral void, the pattern is your AB already happened in the second layer, AB. And again when we cover the tetrahedral void, then the pattern is just like your first layer, that is A, then again B. So the pattern is AB, AB, AB type pattern. But when we cover the octahedral void, hexagonal packing AB, then the third layer is just different from A. That is your A, B, C, then again A, then B, then C. So pattern is A, B, C, A, B, C pattern. So when by covering tetrahedral void, the pattern is A, B, A, B pattern, and by covering octahedral void in the third layer is the pattern is A, B, C, A, B, C pattern. So the regular structure, the structure obtained from tetrahedral arrangement, tetrahedral void, to covering the tetrahedral void, that the shape of the molecule or the structure of the molecule is your HCP structure, that is your hexagonal close packed arrangement. But here when we cover the octahedral void, the shape of the molecule or the structure of the molecule obtained are your FCC or CCP arrangement. So FCC, that is your face centered cubic arrangement or cubic closed packing arrangement. Face centered cubic arrangement or cubic closed packing. In both HCP and FCC, the packing efficiency is 74% with coordination number 12. Packing efficiency is 74% with coordination number 12. We already covered in simple, the packing efficiency is 52.4% with coordination number 6. But here the coordination number is 12 with packing efficiency 74%. Then after that we covered BCC arrangement, that is your body centered cubic arrangement. So in body centered cubic arrangement, so there are 4 atoms just like this at 4 corners. This is your first layer, so type is A. Then above that we have to cover this void. So on the void we place another atom. This is your B type. Then again we put the third layer just like your A type. So arrangement is A, B, then again A. So first is A type arrangement. Then second layer, that is the atom placed above the void, that is your B type arrangement. Then third layer just like your A type arrangement. So the middle atom, this atom, the middle atom touches simultaneously 4 and above it another 4, below 4, above another 4. So that is the coordination number is 8 with packing efficiency 68%. Here the coordination number is 8 with packing efficiency 68%. So whole total, this in simple, the coordination number is 6, packing efficiency is 52.4%. In BCC, body centered cubic structure, so coordination is number is 8 with packing efficiency 68%, and in FCC the coordination number is 12 with packing efficiency 74%. So look, so here packing efficiency 52.4%, here packing efficiency 68%, and here packing efficiency 74%. So between these three packings, the better packing is FCC. So most of the crystals shows FCC packing, where the packing efficiency is maximum in solid state. Then we derive the packing efficiency of each unit cell. Then we have two terms, that is your void. So we see there are four types of voids are formed in solid state. That is your triangular void, which is formed in hexagonal close packing, which is formed in hexagonal close packing, that is your triangular void. And in FCC arrangement there are two types of void, that is your tetrahedral void, second one is octahedral void. And in BCC arrangement there is a void, that void is known as cubic void. Cubic void. So all total there are four types of void, that is your triangular, tetrahedral, octahedral and cubic void. And we know the packing efficiency in FCC is 74%. So packing is maximum in the FCC arrangement. So the better packing is your FCC packing. FCC arrangement is the better packing. So most of the solids show either tetrahedral void and octahedral void. These are more common voids, tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. So generally, so voids are two types generally. So we consider as your tetrahedral void, and second one is octahedral void. So when we see a packing which contains n number of atoms, suppose in a closed packing there are n number of atoms, then the total number of octahedral voids formed in that closed packing are 2n. So total number of octahedral voids formed is equal to n. This is your octahedral void, and the total number of tetrahedral voids are formed is equal to 2n. That is the twice the number of atoms arranged in the closed packing. Suppose in closed packing there are total number of atoms n, then the total number of octahedral void are just like your number of atoms. This is your n, and the total number of tetrahedral voids are twice the number of octahedral void or twice the number of atoms arranged in a closed packing, that is your 2n. So total number of voids formed in three-dimensional arrangement is n plus 2n, that is your 3n. So let's see how these voids are formed. So in FCC arrangement there are 4 atoms. In FCC arrangement there are 4 atoms present in each unit cell. So the total number of voids formed, that is the total number of octahedral voids formed, is equal to 4, and the total number of tetrahedral void is 8. That is the double the octahedral void. Tetrahedral void is double the octahedral void. So if in FCC unit cell there are 4 atoms, so the total number of octahedral void is 4, and the total number of tetrahedral void is 8. So octahedral void is 4, tetrahedral void is 8. So first we complete the octahedral void. So the 4 octahedral void are present. One is at the body center and 3 are at the edge center. From 4 out of 4 octahedral void, 1 is present at the body center of the cubic unit cell and 3 are present at the end center of the cubic unit cell. Body center 1, edge center 3. So look at the picture how they are formed. This is your unit cell, FCC unit cell. So in FCC unit cell, the atoms are present at 8 corners as well as 6 particles or 6 atoms are present at 6 faces. So one octahedral void is present at the body center. So remember, these are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then again 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 particles are present at 8 corners and 6 particles are present at 6 opposite faces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, these are 4 sides. Then one is at the center of the front face and another at the back face. So I draw this like, so this is one at the front face and this is your back face. I draw this here. So when we join the centers of these particles, when we join the centers of these particles at the pore side, when we join the center of pore sides, then a plane is formed and one particle is at the top face and another at the bottom face. So this is at the top, this is at the top and this is at the bottom of the unit cell. So this portion, when we join this 4, then 5, then 6, these middle portion which I darken, this middle portion is a void, and this void is your octahedral void because the touching atoms are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 at the 4 sides and 1 at the top and another at the bottom. So this is your octahedral void, and this point is your octahedron. It formed an octahedral shape. So this is your octahedral void. So one at the body center. This void is present at the center of the body. So this is known as body center. Then we draw at the for the edge center of octahedral void. So for edge center, just draw here. I'm drawing a atom at 2 corners. Here 1, then 2. Then here is a face, that 3rd. Then suppose another unit cell. So here this atom is 4. When we join this 4 atom, so a plane is formed. These 4 atoms are at a plane, and this atom here is the back face, and another unit cell back face atom like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 atoms. Then this atom at the back face of this unit cell, and this atom is the back face of another unit cell. So these 6 atoms meet each other, and the central point of these 6 atoms is present at the edge of the unit cell. So this is the edge-centered octahedral void. Touching atoms are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. Touching atoms are 6. So this is also a octahedral void. So octahedral void presented at the edge center. So center of the edge is formed. So this is known as edge center octahedral void. but we know the octahedral voids are 3 at the edge center. So at one edge, the atom, the void which is present at the edge is contributed to 4 unit cell at a time, to 4 unit cell. So it's contribute 1/4 portion of to this unit cell, 1/4 portion to this unit cell. So its contribution is 1/4, whereas there are 12 edges. We know there are 12 edges. So the total contribution in the 12 edges are 1/4 into 12, so which is equal to 3. So there are total number of 3 edge centers octahedral void and 1 body center octahedral void. So total there are 4 number of octahedral voids are there, and the tetrahedral voids are 8. Look how they are formed. Suppose we have a unit cell, and when we cut the unit cell as lengthwise into 2 parts, then it can convert it to 2 parts. When it cut into breadthwise into 2 parts, then it is converted to 4 parts. And when we cut it into heightwise to equal parts, then it converted to 8 equal parts. 4 at the front and 4 at the back. So there are 8 parts of the unit cell where we cut it into lengthwise, breadthwise and heightwise. Because if the edge length is considered as A, then if we cut it into lengthwise, then the edge length is A/2, or breadthwise edge length is A/2, or heightwise the edge length is A/2. So there are 8 cubes, small cubes known as mini cubes from each unit cell, FCC unit cell. So look, here is the unit cell. Suppose here is one atom at the corner, then here is the another atom at the face center, and this is also another atom at the face center, and suppose this is your back face of this unit cell. So 3 face and 1 at the corner. 1, 2, this corner touches 3 faces simultaneously, 1, 2 and 3. So here 3 faces. When we join these 3 faces, these 3 atoms form a plane, and this is your above the plane, and this is your above the plane. So this point, see this point, they meet each other. This is your tetrahedral void. One at the corner, 3 atoms are the centers. This face, and this is your back face. And when we join these 3 faces, a plane, these 3 atoms are present at one plane, and this atom is present above these 3 atoms. This is another plane. And when we join the central portion, look, this portion is a void. These 4 atoms touches each other, so this portion is a gap, that is a void. So this void is known as tetrahedral void. So this is from one corner. Likewise, we will draw from this. So there are 8 corners. So we have 8 tetrahedral voids. So 8 tetrahedral voids are formed at 8 corners, and 4 octahedral voids are formed 1 are the body center and 3 are at the edge centers. So these are about void. So next class, so from today we next class we have to cover the coordination number and radius ratio.